Hey guys, how's it going? It's FishyFisher coming at you with a brand new video. Today we have the King DDD facing the trials of 9.0 in Nothing Harder. And if you don't know what the show is about, basically I'm playing in the Super Smash Bros. Classic 9.0 difficulty with every single character. Excuse me, and today is King DDD. King DDD is one of probably my favorite characters, I would say, in Smash Bros. He's just fun. Like, he looks fun, like he looks playful. I mean, he just looks like, I don't know, I kind of like characters that are funny and just fun to play with, and he definitely fits that description. So I've played a lot with him. If you know, in the Amiibo tournament, there's Dennis, the King DDD, one of the only 8 Amiibo tournament entrants. So I got I would say I got kind of good with him in the end, when I was training him all the way to level 50 for those whole 2 hours. I just like, I really like King DDD. I don't know. I hope I haven't done him already, because I don't know, I feel like it feels like I kind of have, because I've played so much with him already, but apparently I haven't. So here we go, is King DDD doing the Nothing Harder, and first off we're facing Olimar. It just happens to be my favorite character against King DDD, one of my favorite characters, of course. So yes, King DDD, lots of awesome moves in his arsenal. He can do lots of cool, fun stuff. I really like his up B. I mean, you can really like mess around with it, like, for example, you can, you know, if you get launched up but you don't die, you can up B and then plummet back down when on unsuspecting foe. So I think it's pretty cool. Also, I should mention that the King DDD was suggested by the people appearing on the screen right now. I forgot to say that earlier, but those are the people who suggested this character. Leave a comment down below on the character you want to see appear next in Nothing Harder. Also, if you are suggesting a character, feel free to check out the ones that are already exist on the show, so you don't suggest a character that's already been done before. Doesn't really matter if you do, but I mean, I'm obviously not gonna do another character again, so that's been your warning. So, hooray! And there was the King DDD Luna's up B, I think. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, guys, also I want to say today that I don't have too much to say about King DDD, because, I mean, I feel like I've already talked a lot about him. He has so much cool stuff. So I decided that I did my Q&A last week, and there were a lot of questions that I couldn't quite get to in the end because the video just would have been too long. So I decided to answer some of those questions in the question portion of this video. I decided to answer some of these questions in here, and they're not going to be that great answer questions, but there are some that I can answer pretty quickly that I chose. So, so hopefully you guys will forgive me for missing those in the actual Q&A video, and this will suffice. So I'll get to that at some point, but we're gonna stick with King DDD. And yeah, so in case one question I want to also address to a lot of people, because some people seem confused. The Amiibo tournament is not over. It should be over by now, but I've missed a few weeks, unfortunately. So the Amiibo tournament is not over, and the video that I posted last week was in fact part of the very first season, not season 2. There was some confusion about that, but basically the final, which was Terry versus, I believe, it was Terry versus Rosie. The final will actually be against the person who, or will be Rosie versus Dennis, or whoever wins against the Dennis and Terry fight. And that fight's going to be a 3-stock battle, elimination round. It's going to be a pretty short video, but that is actually who is going to be the grand finale, which it involves. The final is just those who won, whereas the grand finale is the person who won without losing, got to the end without losing, versus the person who climbed their way back up to the top, which in this case is whoever will be Dennis or Terry. So good luck to either of those, and just so hopefully that cleared up some confusion that people had. I know a lot of people were very confused as to what the heck was going on with this tournament. So yes, guys, I did miss a few weeks, and that's kind of why there was that gap. But no, this is season 1, and we're gonna see who the grand winner will be. Rosie is definitely gonna be in that grand finale video, and it's either gonna be Dennis or Terry. So hopefully that cleared up some confusion that people had or may have had. I know some of the comments were pretty confused, so hopefully this addresses them, and maybe, I mean, not everyone I bet from the Amiibo tournament watches these videos. So, oh, I killed myself. So if you do watch, you know, go onto those the Amiibo tournament video, and then if someone comments that, make sure you let them know because you saw this video, and you know, so. Yes, that's just to explain to the people who may have been confused based on how confusing I made this tournament be. I don't really know what to call the two-person free-for-all, because it can't really be the two-person free-for-all, because it doesn't make any sense. That's just a normal battle. But it's not a normal battle, if that makes sense. So I need to find a good name for it. There goes Peach. Finally, she was giving me a hard time. So, I don't know, suggest a name maybe down below. Feel free to do so. So I'm going to go into the question portion, might as well, at this point. The question portion, if you don't know what that means, you can ask any question you like. It doesn't have to be video game related. It can be anything you want. It can be a question about a math question now that we're all back to school. It could be a math question that you have that you can't figure out, or it could be relationship advice, or it could be totally something unrelated, but it could be any question is what I'm getting at. And today we have the few questions that I mentioned earlier, which were the ones that I cut out from Q&A video. Ones that short answers that I could probably answer pretty quick or within this single video. So these are questions that were selected from the last video that were meant for the Q&A, but they're going to be answered here. So for the first question that shall be answered today is, if you were on a deserted island, what 3 things would you bring? And this one's from Patrick Colley. So if I were on a deserted island, what 3 things would I bring? I don't know. I feel like I would want. It depends on how deserted it was. I mean, if there was land or people nearby, I would probably take something that pretty. I don't know, something that would benefit me better. But because I don't know any specifics, if I was on a deserted island, I would probably bring, I don't know, something like, you know, a book that was like, oh, how to cook easy food on a deserted island or something like that. You know, the classic answers that, like, oh, you know, the knowledge to build a structure to survive and stuff. I don't know. I wouldn't know what 3 things I would bring specifically, but oh, here we go, Final Smash time. But I don't. In fact, I didn't really think too much of this. I don't really think of these questions before I answer them. So if I was on a desert island, let's see. Okay, let's fire this off really quickly. What 3 things would I bring? I would bring a lifetime supply of food. Duh. I don't know if that's really one thing or multiple things. But okay, lots of food. A friend that I wouldn't get bored of, and one more thing. I guess King DDD's hammer, why not? So those are my 3 things. I don't know, feel free to draw me on a deserted island or something if you want to do some fan art of some kind. Feel free to draw me on a deserted island with King DDD's hammer. What was the other one? Lifetime supply of food and a friend that I wouldn't get bored of, I guess. I don't know, maybe not even a guy that I know, a character or something. I don't know, if you want to draw, go ahead. But that's my answer for what, if I was on a desert island, what 3 things would I have been. And first of all, these Mii fighters are kind of annoying too, if you notice these guys. Like, King DDD's dash attack won't take them out because it has a pretty lengthy build-up, I suppose. So I find his smash attacks just take them out, and you start charging one up and they'll walk into you, so it's not too hard to hit with it, but dash attack's not that useful, unfortunately, against these Mii fighters. But, okay, so this one, the next question, we're going on to more questions, and this one's come from Guy Man the Dude. And his question is if asked to, would you appear on AlphaRad TV's series challenge mode? Now I haven't seen all of his videos, but I have seen some of the videos that he's posted of the challenge mode, and definitely, why not? I would love to do as many collabs as possible with other YouTubers. Wow, it would be lots of fun, and, you know, more excuse to play some more Smash Bros. With some fun people would be lovely. So, yes, sure. Next question is, this one's from SwagPigman10 and also from Patrick Colley, and will you ever play more Splatoon? / what are your thoughts on Splatoon? So, yes, I haven't posted much Splatoon, and I really regret doing so because I've had so much fun playing with Splatoon, and you guys really like me when I play Splatoon, those funny moment videos. So I do plan on playing more Splatoon, and I love Splatoon, that's my thoughts on it, but I do plan on playing more Splatoon, and actually, I'm planning on doing a collab video with some other YouTubers on some Splatoon gameplay, so hopefully you guys are excited for that, and we'll go on to the next question. So there's definitely some more Splatoon in the future. The next question comes from Chris Gomez, and he says, one last time, what kind of car do you drive? And if it isn't your dream car, what is? So, in terms of car do I drive, I don't really drive a car, if that makes sense. So, I kind of just go with my parents. Like my parents have like a Toyota Sienna, if that puts in perspective, and I just drive that whenever I kind of want to. I don't need to drive too much because since I do live in the city, it's kind of easy to get around everywhere. So, that's the kind of car I drive. And in terms of my dream car, I guess the Messerschmitt Bow car. Those people who want to look what that looks, you'll see that that's actually kind of pretty silly. But my dad has one, and I kind of really want one too. But that's pretty far away. It's in a different country right now, actually, the car. So I can't really drive it right now, which is a shame. But yes, if I were to answer your question, that is my answer, Chris Gomez. Thank you for that question. On to the final question that I have, as King DDD is taking off these final forms of the Master Fortress, is from Zanari Pharaohs. Again, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to answer the first portion of this question. He says, or she says, how secretive are you with future projects? Do you prefer to survive us all, or let us know what's coming so we can brace ourselves? There's another part of that question. I'm just not going to answer this today. Perhaps, maybe I'll see how much time I have at the end. But in terms of how secretive I am with projects, I'm not too secretive. I do, in these Nothing Harder videos and stuff, I do generally give away what I'm doing. It's just that Splatoon video that's coming up. But there are a lot of projects that I'm really excited about that I don't reveal solely just so that like someone doesn't take the idea from me. So that's the only reason why I would actually withhold information from you guys, such as the video that's coming out on Wednesday. Ooh, I wonder what that's gonna be. But yeah, so I don't really withhold information from everyone, but sometimes I have my reasons, and this Wednesday one is one of them. Mainly just so someone doesn't steal the idea and take credit for it. So that's the only reason why I don't actually reveal some of my videos. But other than that, I'm pretty open about it, especially in these Nothing Harder videos, that's for sure. So thank you for every question that I answer on there. I hopefully got to answer some of the questions that people wanted to know answered. So King DDD is slowly taking out the Master Shadow, and I was at a pretty low percentage here, and I was doing pretty well. But unfortunately, the Master Shadow, of course, came along, gave me a hard time. So, but then we're like, a good forward smash will do so much damage against this bad guy. But still, I'm at 73%, which is not too great, but I still managed to take him out. So 73% is kind of like the level where, I think 75 is my level where I have to take the healing item, but 73 will do, and I'll just grab it. And off DDD goes. Fishy, come on, running along, Fishy. Like I said, I really like King DDD. He has all the moves that I really like, that I just kind of perfect. Like, he has his projectile, he has his good recovery, he has his cool charging moves that are really hard to hit. It's just like some awesome character that like kind of like it's too good to be true, I suppose. But of course, he's no Olimar, so he's not gonna be one of my mains. But I think he's getting there. I think if I were to put him in numbered, if I were to give him a number, I would say he's number 3. So for those who want to know, I guess if you want to make a list, I would say Olimar's number 1, then Jigglypuff number 2, and then DDD number 3. So, in case you're a little extra fact about myself, I suppose. And DDD is taking out this form, and oh, there he goes! With those neutral airs are pretty powerful. And I also, doing the hammerless DDD, I've learned to really be good with none of King DDD's hammer attacks, which is kind of bad because his best attacks are with his hammer. So I'm kind of like missing out a lot here. But oh well. Not that big of a deal, to be honest here. But yeah, King DDD's number 3, I'd say, on number 3. And maybe Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is probably number 4. I'm really starting to like Donkey Kong nowadays. But anyway, King DDD's turn is today. I mean, Donkey Kong's already had his turn, actually, in the first episode of Nothing Harder. That's crazy. That was a long time ago now that I think about this. But come on, King DDD, or he's not even a king now that I think of it. Like, apparently, the reason why he's called, he has his name is something about, like, in Japan, he's not actually a king. But like people would not think he like I don't know exactly the story, but there's a pretty funny reason why he's called King DDD. That's like kind of a Japanese only joke, if that makes sense. Just because DDD means something in Japanese. I don't know. I think I heard this something once, and maybe you saw it on like Imgur or whatever you call that name of that site. But I don't know. Just King DDD has a funny history behind his name. I don't know. He's not even called. That's why he's not called King in Japan. He's just called DDD because DDD means something in Japan. I don't know. But I don't really want to be spoon-feeding you guys some fake information. But with all that being said, I have finished 9.0 with King DDD. Wow, I've said King DDD a lot this video. So So guys, and I remember I actually finished this part really quick. I want to thank you guys all so much for watching another episode of Nothing Harder. Make sure you guys click like and subscribe if you haven't already, as well as comment on who you want to see next in this Nothing Harder, as well as the questions that you want to leave answered. So I'll leave you guys with the failed compilation, which was just once, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.